Howdy, and hello, I'm OhDough. Hope we're doing good. And here's the Terminid Tower mission, solo on Helldive. It can be the quickest and simplest mission in the game. It can also be the most tedious and RNG-based one imaginable, given how it's set up. I'll show you how it can go amazing first, though. I choose to land on the objective to be close to the button. I'm taking the stamina boost, jump pack for movement, EMS mortar for concussion, the Tesla Tower for damage, and the Eagle Strike smoke. I'll explain how it's all used whenever I put it on certain towers. I have an order that I kind of like to do. The hope is I'm near the button. Sometimes you land in a pretty rough spot, which it's not a big deal. The bugs don't really circle around it too much, but I do believe the longer it takes you to get to the buttons, the towers, the more patrols can spawn. And the patrols are spawning pretty much on your forehead now. Anywho, I land, check minimap, icon tells where the button is. I get my jump pack ready, and I yeet it towards the button. The button is the giant orange icon. I'm handling the critters the whole time. With the new AR in the Warbond, it's a heat-based energy weapon, I think. It's pretty nice versus this. Like, it's pretty nice in this aspect of the mission where I'm just trying to handle all these super small critters. I don't have to reload, and it's really accurate. I like that. For the bigger mobs, I have no idea how good it is. I'll do a different video covering the weapons that are new. If I have my jump pack, buttons pressed, I can go towers. Out the gate, I was going to go to the single tower, the one by itself, but then I said, you know what? I'll go towards the double towers, the ones that are they're aligned like this, basically. And I'm choosing the far north one in this example. I'm using the mini-map to see where all the red dots are. They're the small critters that can snitch, that can send out pheromones and call forth the brethren to my location. Not a good sign. If a bug breach happens and you're playing solo, you can run away if you want. It's like a waste of time in that sense. So just prevent them if you can. And I choose to prevent them the best I can. Activate the button, and then I'm throwing out the EMS mortar. I can do it first if I want to. I put it in that corner to give it as much of a lifespan as possible. I see a Battle Titan, I concuss it with the stun grenade. Get rolled, idiot. Stun grenades are also in the new Warbond as well. I jump pack, stun grenade that guy as well. I said it all twice. Whatever. And the hope is that bought just enough time for the EMS mortar to do what it could do. Now this whole time I'm kind of monitoring to see how the tower is doing. It'll say stable under sight 2. Stable's good. When you see these red, like when the text turns red, it like blinks red, that means it's being hit. So far it's doing great. It's being hit right now though. They're hitting it, but above 50% stable, that's a great sign. And if they can get to like 65%, it's usually pretty solid. Now here, I'll activate my Tesla Tower. You want to throw it when you're actually leaving the site or just not in your way, because it has an insane range, one that you may be unaware of. Still stable at 75%. That's crazy good. I think it takes a turn for the worst though. They break my EMS mortar and then they just start molly-womping the tower. Because it's stable at 87, 88, 90. Or maybe not. Site 2 went insane then. That went really well. So I guess the Tesla Tower site, that's the one that could be a bit questionable. This and a duo could be super simple actually. If y'all both just run as a pack, and you use EMS mortar on the first tower, just one person, EMS second one, and then double Tesla on the third tower, you're chilling. I went ahead and smoked first thing. Because by the time I leave this site, I press the button, which I can't find it. I never can. Another smoke will be available. If I'm faster here, though, it would be better because the smoke that I threw initially would last longer. But here, I'm smoking again. The reason why I'm going to smoke, I'm pretty sure it makes it so the bugs, they don't attack the tower through the smoke, hopefully, and instead they disperse around the tower into a more condensed spot, just buying yourself some time. And maybe they just kind of get lost in the sauce, because I'm running away from them, and me being close to the bugs gives them something to actually hit and fight. That's thought process right there. Second tower wasn't as smooth. It was in critical condition, but it worked out. It worked out just fine. And now that all towers have been pressed, all you can do is hope. This mission comes down to hoping and praying. And I'm not all that religious. I'm just not. It's not me. If you are, hey, No problems here. But we just wait. We sit here and we wait. And that's exactly what we're going to do. No cuts here, okay? At least not right now. I will say, though, this mission, this took me about 16, 18 tries. And as you can see, there's not much skill involved. You just press the buttons and run away. It's kind of hard to mess up. The mess ups you could do are taking the wrong stratagems. If you take the Gatling Gun Sentry, that can kill the tower instantly. I like it when I'm defending the tower myself and I'm actually there. But when you're running away from the tower, you want things that won't hurt it. Tesla Tower is pretty good about not hurting it. EMS Mortar doesn't hurt it at all. Gas Strike, another option. The smokes don't hurt it. And that's basically your options. And the Eagle Strike smoke is way better than the Orbital. After you do this whole terminal thing, go to the freaking evacuation pad. You're not done. I jump off the platform because in my head I'm like, you know what? I'll run away from the extraction site, lure all the monsters away from it, which didn't even work out. If you want to avoid the extraction site or the monsters being there, go the other direction. Go the same way you came up the ramp and stay down there. Otherwise, they run up the ramp to try and go towards you. You know what I mean? Anywho, I'm going to talk about the fails real quick. I'm going to make this jump, hit that button. We're cooking. Oh, come on. I'm right. I failed this mission 18 times. Not because I used all 40 minutes ever. Nowhere even near that. Instead, they kept killing my towers. And when that happens, it's hard to sort of recover. And what can cause that to happen is the patrols that you can't kill fast enough. And one of them just has to freaking throw out the pheromones. Like so. And or they just so happens to be certain mobs that spawn that are hard for your Tesla stuff to handle. They spawn in certain ways that path to the tower in a method you can't exactly predict. There's so much RNG that people don't talk about. It's crazy. And this is what happens if you actually fail a tower. It's not the end of the world in this case. There's no Bile Titans, no Chargers, but all these little critters, it adds up to be a difficult thing to recuperate. So I just wanted to go on the mission, press the buttons and have it work out and see how many tries it took for that to happen while placing my mortar strike, my EMS mortar where I needed to, my Tesla tower in a decent spot, and all that good stuff. But there's just so many factors at play and moving parts that you can't control. There's a charger spawn and instantly kill my towers, my mortar and or tower. A lot of times, yes. Do they even stop the things they need to stop? Sometimes no. Is my tower in a spot where the bug breach is happening? In most matches, yes. In this match, no. There's so many moving parts, but it seems that people just they talk about the one time it worked, and that it becomes a golden standard. I don't know, dude. It is nowhere near as simple, but then again, maybe I am just the most smoked and dented and skill issue ridden player in the game. I mean, with these shots, maybe. This gun is interesting. I like it, but like, I don't know. Anywho, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Peace.